much as this one?
Think about this one a little long time. I mean, it hurts. But that's the games in the NFL. It's going to be like that.
Malik, you guys spent so much time this offseason talking about fast starts, and then you need to get out of the gate pretty hot. To be 0-2 and 0-2 within the division after the first 2 weeks, how do you compartmentalize that?
Just figure out what we can get better on. I mean, it's a long season, like I said. We got a lot of more games to go. Just 2 games in. We can still turn this thing around. We got more games to play.
How are you feeling coming out of that one? Just like, what's it feel like to walk off the field after you guys were so close and in and out?
I mean, everybody knows it hurts. I mean, there's no more to say. It hurts.
Can you criticize as an offense because you're so explosive today, especially down the field in the passing game? Like, if it was what you put on the field as a passing offense, could you criticize those shows?
Yeah, I mean, we can take good things we learned from this game, take the bad, try to switch it up. We have 200 yards of penalties. I mean, we can't do that. We kind of beat ourselves with that. We had a lot of our first job coming out on the offense. We had 8 penalties to start the game off. So we don't got those 8 penalties. We got explosive plays. We in the red zone trying to get points. So that kind of really affected us early on in the game.
What do you think Russ showed people after a week in which a lot of folks wanted him to be set down?
I mean, after one game, I think he showed resilient. He's resilient. He knows his preparation. He's comfortable in there. He ain't look to me after that first game. He ain't look back. He stayed with the same mindset. Stayed putting everybody up. Stayed in high hopes. So, I mean, he didn't do anything different than I didn't expect him to do. I mean, I know him. I've been watching him a long time. I mean, I think he threw for 400. So, I mean, I think James is getting on the field and doing that for the first time in his career in the NFL. So, I mean, I know that's what he's capable of. He's capable of more. And we just can just lead with him. I mean, follow behind him.
Every time you were able to kind of muscle into a defender. Is that kind of how you see it in terms of your role with this offense?
Yeah, I mean, whatever my role is, I'm going to do my best to execute it. 50 yards in my eyes is not enough. But, I mean, that's the way the game went, So we fought to the end. I'm proud of our team. I'm proud of the offensive line. They did a great job. They battled the last second. And, props to those guys. Props to Russ and, Russ and the receivers. They did a great job on the edges, being able to open up things for me on the inside. So we had a hard-fought battle right there. And, they had a 65-yard field goal that they came up with. So that's a tough one. But, we'll come back and play harder next week.
I don't know if you've ever been involved in a game such as this before. Seesaw battle, a lot of points, goes overtime. But how gut-wrenching is it to have to go through the ups and the downs right down to the very last play?
Yeah, I mean, I've been a part of some games. This was definitely one of the ones that is up and down the whole time. Up 3 points, down 4, up 3 points, down 4. And we just had to keep fighting, and we did that. And they had a really good kicker with 20 seconds left. So we had that game in our hands, and 65-yard field goal is not easy. So props to him, props to the Cowboys. They played hard. We get to play them again, so we'll be back at it.
Think of the late, fourth quarter overtime pressure you guys were able to apply.
He's a good quarterback. We tried to get, change it up a little bit, do some different things, and made the best players win, and they won that situation.
How does this team regroup for the challenge that awaits next Sunday?
We just got to stay together, all storm ahead, and just continue breaking down the film and seeing what we get better at.
Because you're facing a team that you're going to see in Kansas City, the challenges. Is it easier to get up to? I mean, you guys aren't going to be surprised by what they tried out there on the field.
I think it's week by week, so I think this is a hard loss, tough loss, but we got the players in here to get it right and get back in the lab on Monday.
Kayvon, I'm sorry if you were asked this before, but you guys spent a lot of time this offseason talking about the need to start fast and to get out of the gates quick. At 0-2, how do you prevent the feeling of here we go again from creeping in here?
You got to be tough. You got to be strong. You got to have leaders. You got to have you got to have followers. You got to have supporters. You got to have people who are down for the cause. And I believe in our leaders and I believe in our support players and I feel like even myself can help just support that push to keep getting better.
I know it's a team game, obviously, but do you think your offense did enough to get into it?
I think as a team we didn't do enough. You know, from a penalty standpoint, offense, defense, I think we could be cleaner all the way around.
Kayvon, a week ago, you guys held Washington. It was 14 points into the fourth quarter. Unfortunately, guys lost the game. This week, the offense scored the points, the defense allowed. I mean, does it feel like almost at times right now you're finding ways to lose as opposed to finding ways to win? And how do you break that cycle?
We got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. You know, we got to stop making mistakes. We got to grow up, you know, all the way around. We got a lot of, you know, new additions to the team, so we got to continue to gel as fast as we can. The season's here. You know, we don't really have any room for error.
I asked you what you were thinking, 25 seconds ago. You guys haven't been in that situation a lot.
It's just how the game went. I don't know how else to explain it. If you watch the game, you saw what happened. And that's just how it goes.
What did Dable say about the penalties extra for you guys?
You can't have them. You can't have them.
Dex, how do you keep a loss like this that it seems to be as gut-wrenching as you guys say it is? How do you keep it from lingering? How do you
gotta know what your next opportunity is, and our next opportunity is Sunday night at home, and you know the goal is to win our first game of the season at home. Nothing would be better.
Was there anything else besides the penalties you feel like in the change in the second half? Because the first half you held them to 10 points, they were pretty one-dimensional, and then obviously you guys just couldn't slow them down much in the second half. I mean, was it just penalties?
Penalties. Too many penalties. I don't know what you're trying to fish out right now. If you watch the game, you saw how the game went. We got too many penalties in critical downs. That's just how it went.
Well, I'm just curious, like at halftime, were there adjustments schematically they made maybe that threw you guys off at all?
To have penalties?
Well, they gained a lot of yards as well besides the penalties. They made plays, right? Like
we gave them too many chances.
Okay, gotcha.
We'll take a few more.
Dex, when a team's in a rut a little bit, those penalties seem to happen at inopportune times. Like when things are rolling, when teams are playing really well, those penalties don't happen.
I think we was playing well. I don't think we played bad. I think we just had too many penalties. You watched the game, we was playing well. We had good stops. We just gave them too many chances.